everybody, it's Rose, and today here on Queer Shakespeare I'm going to be talking about the Tempest. The main character in the Tempest is Prospero, a nobleman from Milan who was exiled and wound up shipwrecked on a mystical island. When he arrived on the island, he found a couple creatures and made them his servants. One of these is Ariel. Ariel is often portrayed as female and traditionally has been since the mid to late 17th century. After all, that makes sense. I mean, Ariel is a typically feminine name. However, Ariel was originally actually a male name, and Ariel in Shakespeare's work is actually referred to by male pronouns twice in the course of the play. The first time this happens is in a stage direction. Enter Ariel, like a harpy, claps his wings upon the table. The second time it's said by Ariel himself.
All hail, great master, grave sir, hail. I come to answer thy best pleasure, be it to fly, to swim, to dive into the fire, to ride on the curled clouds, to thy strong bidding, task Ariel and all his quality.
Does this mean Ariel is really male, though? Not necessarily. For a long time, even up until pretty recently, maleness was sort of considered a default, so people would often use he, him, or his in the place of where we might use they or them now for somebody whose gender we don't know. While Ariel is often portrayed as being very feminine, such as in this painting by William Hamilton from the late 18th century, they're often portrayed as more fluid or androgynous in appearance. A good example of this is this painting from the early 1800s. Anything that could clearly distinguish their sex is covered up, and the general form of the body isn't clearly male or female. A more recent example from an actual production is Colin Morgan as Ariel at the Globe Theatre in 2013. For one thing, this Ariel is played by a male actor, but the character isn't necessarily portrayed as being male. This Ariel's costume suggests elements both stereotypical femininity and masculinity, like a light pink color for the top and a skirt on the bottom that opens up in the front to show pants underneath. Also, while Colin Morgan does most of the acting as Ariel, particularly when Ariel is in a more human form, at times when Ariel is shifting forms or performing magic, he's joined on stage by several women in similar costume to his, who act with him and sing with him. This production also portrays Ariel as more human than most. While at first when watching this production I found myself unsure of this choice, over time I liked it more and more, especially when watching from the viewpoint that Ariel was gender non-conforming. Over the course of the play, Prospero tends to constantly other Ariel and make them seem and feel as unhuman as possible. He's constantly reminding Ariel that Ariel is his slave, Ariel's under his control, and uses diminutive terms to refer to Ariel, such as chick, one that at the time would have been exclusively used to refer to children. Prospero also constantly enforces the idea that Ariel has to be deserving of shifting forms to be allowed to do it. When Prospero first came to the island, Ariel had been imprisoned in a tree where they weren't able to shift forms or do magic. Prospero let them out for the price of being his slave for an allotted amount of time. When Ariel misbehaves, or even sometimes does nothing wrong at all, Prospero threatens them with locking them back up in the tree and making it so they can't shift again. This, of course, is similar to today's culture around transgender and non-binary people transitioning and presenting the way they want to. They are often made to seem less human, less deserving of happiness, less deserving of free will to do what they want with their bodies, and less capable of making decisions for themselves, when really that's not the case. Alright, that is all for today's video. Make sure to click the subscribe button I have put right here if you're interested in seeing more of my videos, and if you missed the last one, it is linked right over here. See y'all next time!